I love this. Hey, what's up, Craig? Switching guitars. They're all tuned different, so it's she never mentions the word addiction in certain company. I won't sing. Singing drives everybody away. You going to garage sales today, Greg? Craig? Cora. Yeah, there's one garage sale that I'm going to go hit. It had a bunch of LPs, 45s, CDs, DVDs, and usually that means there's some gaming stuff there, but they were open yesterday, so they may have already sold out a lot of that stuff. We'll see. I'm meeting someone at one for 118 45s. They're from the 70s. She didn't say, she said all genres. But for 25 bucks, I know I could sell one or two in there for and make my money back at 112. Cora. Shh. So I'm excited about that. I don't know. I like buying old records. If the sun refused to shine. Sorry, baby. Maybe later. My dog's screaming at me to come play with her. Hey, Callie Picker. What's up, James? Yeah, she's over. She's trying to outdo the guitar. She does a good job of it most of the time. I just go play with her, but we'll go play later, babe. Yeah, come on, Dad. Let's play. That's usually she kind of does this. She kind of purrs at me like a cat. I know that's when she wants me to come love on her a little bit. She's funny. Thank the Lord for dogs. Hey, Caddy. Show you a broken heart. Anytime you call, I'll be right there for you. Outside your door, waiting for you. It's nothing just for you. Love me some Tesla. Thanks, James. We got medical. Hey, Bo. Oh, stop. Bo. Bo. Leave him alone. Stop it. Sorry. Bo. Guys. Whew. There's one dog that my dog does not like, and he knows that dog's bark, and he just they got in a fight one day, guys. Okay, and then Cora just feeds off him getting excited. Stop it. Easy. They hate my guitar that much. Cora, easy. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's the play bark. We ran 5.5 miles last night. I thought for sure it'd be worn out. Not so much, just me. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Babe, that's that's frustrating. Babe, stop. Oof. Oh, baby. I feel the same about like a lot of stuff is going to get thrown away. People think you're like, I've sold so many free things. It's crazy. I've sold at least three things over $35 that were free. Yeah, Epsom salt bath time. That is a cure. I don't know. I think the combination of the hot water. I tore my Achilles off the bone like halfway 3 or 4 weeks ago, and in 2 weeks I healed that thing by just resting, Epsom salts, and comfrey cream. And if you guys don't do comfrey cream, COMFREY cream, it's on Amazon for $20. Get it. Ah, unbelievable that stuff, and it's natural. Comfrey is a plant that's natural around here, but we got to buy this salve from Germany. Oh, that'd be fun. 5 hours from Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, baby. Give me a minute. Whoa. That'd be fun to have a meetup with everybody. That'd be a lot of fun. Go thrift shopping together, hit garage sales or something. That'd be a blast. I've seen them do that. Like, that's kind of when I started watching a lot of the other YouTubers last year because I was watching this time last year I was watching Cincinnati Picker, Craigslist Hunter, and Garage Flips. And then when they went on that big was it I-70 or the big long garage sale thing, um, and they got all together, and I started grabbing up other people, and that's when I started finding everybody else, and that's when I found Part Time Picker and Commonwealth Picker, and those are two my that's my two favorites really. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm from a train town, so I love trains. When I first moved there, I'll never forget. It's one of those things that just a big. It makes you realize how much, so much of everything is in your own head. But when we moved to a railroad town, we lived um a block and a half away from the railroad, and so Santa Fe. So it's constant running, and it was hard to sleep, because you have that train going by, and they have to pull the lever when they go. It was the law when they go across the intersections. But after a while, it comforted you, and actually, it almost helped you sleep. It's so weird how at the beginning you hated it, and then it's kind of like those people that have a fan on all the time. It was like this white noise, and then when I moved away, I remember thinking it was hard to sleep at first, and I remembered, and I would go home to my parents, and that train would just be like, train, and you just go to sleep. I loved being in that train town, and that train town was Marceline, Missouri, which was um, Walt Disney's boyhood home, which is really cool to grow up in that environment. Their family gave a lot of stuff to Marceline, and um, yeah, party train. I did too much partying in my 20s and 30s. I'm done with partying. California, Michigan, 3 days on the train. Wow, I bet it was an adventure. Never been on a train. Oh wow, that's cool. It's I like it. It's a different rhythm. Better than a bus. Hey, Metal Detective North Carolina. What's your name? Now, it wasn't that close. It would be weird when it shook. That's for sure. It was better in the country. I used to live out in the country, and all night long you hear coyotes. And sometimes they get in our yard and just yelp at the house. Just 50 of them. That was hard to sleep with. you know, People get scared of ghosts and stuff like that that might happen. I'm scared of the freaking howling coyotes that are sound like worse than ghosts, and they will kill you and rip you apart. That's what I said in my 40s. Yeah, I'm 43. I did enough partying for everybody. It's funny is I didn't do a lot of drinking when I was bartending, but when I didn't bartend, I did. It's weird. You couldn't make any money if you went to work. People always say that, like, man, you must have the coolest job. You sit there and get to hit on women. People give you cash, and you get to get drunk all night. I'm like, you think I get drunk up here? I'm like, I got to make money. If I'm drinking, I'm never going to be good at bartending. It was so hard. People didn't realize how hard bartending was. Like, to remember every drink you have to make and the way they want you to make it in the glasses they want, blah blah blah, and then keeping up with everything was crazy. I miss it because it was such a challenge. Yeah, tanker train derailing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the freaking coyotes. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff out there in the woods. I don't know, North Missouri. They let out the conservation people would let out stuff and with tags on it. And I remember one time it was the winter, and there was a creek down the hill from us, and there was a fresh pack of snow. It was like 6 inch, 2 to 5 inches, and I had a couple mutts that were roamed around the house because people would drop off. I'm a preacher's son, so they would see the parsonage and they would know it was a preacher. They would drop their animals off at the preacher's house. That was their way of I guess that was their way of not feeling so bad at what they were doing. They were hoping that we would take care of them, which we didn't have any money. But I was a kid, so I would feed them bologna or hot dogs, and my dad would be like, why are you feeding them? I'm like, they're hungry. He was like, of course, they're dogs. They're hungry. Stop feeding them. They're never going to leave. Anyway, uh, one year I looked out the back window, and I could see all the way back from it's probably 1,000 yards or more from our house, the tree line where there was a creek, and it was red all the way up to our yard, and something had killed my dog, ripped its throat out, and dragged it all the way back up to our yard and just left it there. It's like, what? I remember being a kid thinking, what would do that? Because the coyotes, they just tear it apart and fight over it because there's a bunch of them. Like, there was black panthers that roamed around up there. People saw them and no one would believe it. My buddy even saw them. So who knows what that was? Sorry, that was a downer. Yeah, I enjoyed bartending. I like talking to people, and so I remember that first 3 or 4 months after I quit bartending, I'm like, something's missing. What's missing? And it was me talking. I'd be talking to my customers, mowing, and I needed to get go. You don't want to talk long when you're mowing. It's taking your time. You can talk longer than it would do to mow the whole yard. If you're trying to get 20 yards in a day, it's not a good idea. Well, I found myself talking to all these customers, and the customers are walking away from me. I'm like, oh, I need to get out talking again. You don't realize what you like and what you enjoy. It was really just conversing with people because you had so many bad conversations that you had to do. So you didn't think you'd like talking to people because of the bad ones, but you did. But I miss it. I kind of want to go back and do it just to play and see if I could do it still. Yeah, I made so much money, and that was hard to quit. And honestly, it's still I don't make as much as I did back then, but I still don't. I like to have my own hours. It was good about me about being a bartender. I was very confident, so people would try to push me around, and I'd just smile. Anytime people would get angry or whatever, I go, "You want to go get the manager?" And they would go, "Oh, nah," because then they could tell that me and the manager were tight, and they were probably going to stick up with me. And if anything happened, I go, "There's a camera right there. They can see in this whole interaction. You can't lie about it." And I always had my bases covered, so I never really. Sorry, I'm behind here. Thanks, Kai Picker. I'm gonna go run and do some garage sales here in a second. And thanks for everybody that joined. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't know. They didn't lie. I had a friend that worked down there right before Katrina, like 2 years before Katrina, back when it was still just unbelievable. And he said that when he was bartending down there, they had was it two guys bringing up glasses constantly, never stopping. Three guys were bringing up ice nonstop, and all he would do is get a glass, ice, and he had on the gun every drink in the place ready, pre-made in the gun. So it was hurricane, hurricane, hurricane. So they made it so easy. You really weren't bartending, and you were just pushing out the drinks. But I guess it was smart in a way because then you can't overtank the drinks with liquor and protecting yourself and taking away time. That was genius. I remember thinking, why don't we do that at my bar? And we kind of started. I talked them into doing some things close to that. We couldn't do it out of the gun, but yeah, New Orleans. I would have loved to have seen that back in its heyday. I bet that was a blast. My buddy went a couple times, and I always did something different. I was always more of the go kayaking and get wasted. I did that very well. I'm surprised I survived though. That's dangerous. I'm going big kayaking deals. Even my parents made fun. I found them every time. Oh, that's good shit. Uh, that's funny. Thanks for joining, Kent. You're always creeping around. I'm going to pick up 112 45s today at 1 o'clock for $25. They're all 70s. She said they were just different genre. And I think that's why no one picked them up, because she didn't really explain it. And if they're bad, I know I can lot them out. If they're 17 Celine Dion's or something, I know that I could put 17 Celine Dion's and someone's going to give me $15 for them, right? I hope. But we'll just taking a chance, 112. She said they're in great condition. We'll see. Yeah, I can't imagine being a bartender at Mardi Gras. Good God. Uh, all right. Well, I got to sign off. I've got to go and get some LPs. It is 8 o'clock. I am late. Well, thanks, y'all. Appreciate you for joining, listening to a little bit of terrible singing and a decent guitar work. Um, uh, anyway, grind on, friends.